It's worse than Corona.
Work hard. Be somebody. And be something more than what you see in the mirror. Let the world be your mirror.
Time for another trend. Instead of glorifying the evil, help your brother win. Shit, I'm sick of seeing what we now defend. What we used to call lame niggas jumping in. Like you the devil's friend. Need to tuck that shovel in. Cause that grave that you digging, niggas helping him. It ain't no wealth in sin. Go ahead and mail it in. Cause I'ma defend this melanin skin I'm in. The clever you is, the better the man you is. Instead of a bid, why don't you take care of your kids? I guess you ain't noticed that we losing, friend. Try picking up a book and read it through the end. Can't let the news tell you who you is. Cause they just make us out of fools and we just let them win. That pussy Trump or the devil's friend. But guess who let him in? It was us in the end. If you ever pay attention, it seems like we glorify the bullshit. We praise all the evil shit that's being done to us, whether it's done to us on a racist standpoint or it's done to us by us. You feel what I'm saying? I think a lot of people don't realize how much power we have to change what we see. The wind starts in your mind, but it's not a breeze. Proper planning and belief can take you to your dream. And what you think is what you really see. So negative thoughts gon' bring negativity. We living in these last days, ain't the time that you play. We gotta knock down these barricades. But we say we want better days. But take your mind off the bullshit like who got on the better J's. Take some time and try to meditate. We in the hole, you gotta know. If it's a God and it's a better way. And them haters, just let them hate. If you in favor, they can't escape. We all got a day to fade. Respect your blood, like my jeans is a plate. I'm full of soul, keep my food on my plate. Can't be a fool, cause it's rude when they awake. And the jakes at your plate and put that light in your face. Now you might have missed that. But that light should have been turned on a long time ago, bro. But we so focused on the wrong shit. Shit that don't do us no good, mean us no good. You shouldn't be competing with nobody with the same color skin that you have, you feel me? Because we already up against the 8 ball. You feel what I'm saying? It's time we open up our eyes, man. Boss.
Body to be global. And we ain't playing with you.
Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Welcome to Wake Up with Boss Man. Shalom, all my people. Ja in the building, K Money in the building. Welcome. Appreciate y'all for sliding through. Oakland Raiders, what's happening? Good morning, Chloe. Welcome in, Miss Ophelia. Grand Rising, everybody.
y'all a little chance. Y'all a little bit of time to get in here, man. I'm real disgusted right now, man. I don't want to react off of emotions, but I'm real disgusted. Welcome in, everybody. What's up, bro? The link in the chat if anybody want to come up. Y'all know what it is. Y'all already know what it is. Just play one more song, man. Let me get my thoughts together. I'm so fucking disgusted right now. What up, sis?
How you doing, my brother?
Disgusted.
I know. Listen, I was asleep. You know, I'm sick with the flu. Passed out. Everybody was trying to reach me when the verdict came out. And what gets me is this. Didn't Brent Hankerson have the same charges and got off scot-free after shooting up these buildings and killing Breonna Taylor? He got off scot-free. And they got Grandmaster Jay from pointing a flashlight?
It's a corrupted government. It's no way. There's no other way to put it. You know, just like you said, the police officer that killed Breonna Taylor is walking scot-free right now.
Yep.
Well, they felt like if we just pay y'all this money, y'all let bygones be bygones. No,
Right.
it don't work like that.
It's just sickening.
It's disgusting.
But I sent you in your email the information now because Grandmaster Jay is in prison right now, in jail. He's in jail. He's got to fight from, this is something he didn't want, fight from inside jail.
I haven't got an email from you yet. I just looked and see.
Yeah. On OK Talk Crap with K Money.
I know. I don't have an email from you.
Shit.
Yo, when you put it in the chat, that's the first thing I did was go look.
I did send it.
What you just sent it recently?
I just sent it. Here it is. Garden. I sent it to Garden Family.
Garden Fam 199 at Gmail.
Yeah. It's just 3 attachments. I don't have
refresh my page.
3 attachments on it. And that's basically the numbers and websites. Because once a person is found guilty of something, don't they take down the GoFundMe?
I'm not sure how that works, to be honest with you.
I
was actually, Chloe, that's what I was actually contacting you about, because I know you know about the GoFundMes. I don't know how they work, so I can't answer that question, man.
Well, you want me to send it to you? You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, see if you can send it again, because I just refreshed it, there's nothing there.
Okay, maybe I'll send it to you in Messenger? No, I haven't done it yet. I'm going to do it now.
If you want to, you can. I mean...
Yeah. Well, you know they all up in my shit. They silenced me, bro.
Yeah. Ja, I don't know if you heard Ja, but yeah. They got the Supreme Commander, bro. It's unbelievable to me, man. It's just unbelievable, because regardless, I mean, the after effects to him shining his light, it didn't cause no ruckus at that rally. And I believe it was caught on either footage or camera that he was having a conversation with the same guy who put this bullshit out here.
Yep.
How?
And if they felt threatened, if they felt threatened, do you honestly think he'd be alive today?
Thank you. Bingo.
Okay.
Can somebody say amen for me, please?
Amen. I'm just trying to tell you. But the thing is, one of the police chiefs came and hugged him afterwards.
Right.
So how did they find this man guilty? It must have been It must have been something like this, and I'm just speculating at this point because I wasn't at the trial. But do you see how they fixed the trial on the long weekend? So they rushed to judgment because they didn't want to stay there for the long weekend? That's my thing. But
no, Chloe, what she's asking you is they don't take down your GoFundMe page just because you're locked up. That's what she's asking.
yeah, I don't know how to
She's
go.
not asking, can you have one while you locked up? She asking, can they take it down? What up, Bams?
And I don't see it, but it's different. Sorry, it's different for black people than it is white. Because look at Kyle Rittenhouse. He had his GoFundMe up and all the time, right?
Well, you don't see it anymore?
Kyle Rittenhouse?
No, I'm talking about GMJ's.
No, I'm just preparing for the future. It's still up there right now, y'all. It's still up there. But I'm just no, they don't, because I remember they took Ozone's down. Ozone was accused of killing that cop, and they took his. They wouldn't let us GoFundMe stay up.
This is all the way around wrong, man.
All the way wrong, bro.
It's like somebody put a post, a comment up under my last video that I put up, of GMJ, and this it kind of bothered me because he made a statement. I understand he's frustrated, but this is the truth, whether we like it or not. He said it bothers him because we just sit around here and we allowed this to happen.
Mm-hmm.
How? Who is we?
Yeah.
This man acts. He got his people in line on what he need them to do for him, and that's what they did.
Yeah.
So even if he said go tear down the fucking White House, we don't have that type of power.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
We're not that type of people. We do everything within the confines of the law. We're
Thank you.
law-abiding citizens. I have a career, okay? And they know what I do. And what gets me is just because I'm loving on my people, they got me for hate speech now on my page. I'm not doing no hate speech, so I don't know what they're talking about. But that's why I'm in jail today, which is crazy.
That's bullshit.
No, they only wanted to silence me because I was one of the only people that were making loud noise, right? And they needed me silenced for this weekend.
Well, I guess they're gonna come for me next then, because this shit ain't right.
Honey.
This shit ain't right.
No, they got what they wanted. They got what they wanted. They got a conviction. They don't want Grandmaster Jay to run for presidency again. They don't want him to have guns in his hands. And they think that because he's in prison, that there is no more NFAC. boy, oh boy. They just don't know.
What's up, Chloe?
Okay. Unless the policies have changed, as far as I know, when you set up a GoFundMe, you set up a person in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be the person setting it up or not, it's the way it's set up. So, and I'll give an example. If I want to start a GoFundMe for Boss Blake, and I put in there, only Boss Blake can withdraw or make decisions on this GoFundMe, even though I'm setting it up. So, in his case, it depends on how it was set up. But let's say, for example, if I set it up for me and I got locked up or I got killed, if I didn't set up what is supposed to happen in the case of those events type things,
Like a beneficiary.
it will just sit there.
Like a beneficiary to the GoFundMe, right?
Correct. Well, the beneficiary of GoFundMe is whoever's the one that's allowed to collect money out of it, withdraw money. But it's very similar to, I guess, like the way Facebook set it up for things like what happens if something happens to you type of thing. It's similar to that. So it would be, I could only tell you, I mean, whatever he has it set up. But as far as like, if he was the only person signing for anything and he got incarcerated, that's not going to make the GoFundMe disappear.
Okay, so right now the GoFundMe is still up. So still donate to there. That's what I'm going to say.
Have y'all checked? I mean, it should still be there.
Yeah, it's still there because it's been set up by Eleanor Harvey.
Okay, I was gonna say because the only thing I could see is depending on where he's at, whether or not he would have access to it or not. If he was the one being the beneficiary, but if it's somebody else, then yeah, it doesn't matter. You can put it on anybody's name for whatever reason. Whoever's
I'm pretty sure he got that set up.
Yeah,
the
it's
one that's
got
running
everything set up.
it can decide those things. So.
He's a thinking man. He probably got all
I was
this.
gonna say, I'm sure he read all fine lines and dotted all the I's.
Oh,
yeah. That's just GMJ. He already he was prepared for the worst, hoping for the best. That's just point blank period. I just didn't see this happening at all. I didn't give a damn. Like it's
Me either. How?
there's no fucking way this should have happened, man. There's
The
no
man never
fucking
hurt
way.
nobody. The man never endangered anybody. On 5 formations, when nothing happening to the NFAC. And did you see all them people? Okay.
Without sounding ignorant, you got to concentrate on what it is that they're saying is charged with, and is he actually really guilty of those things? As far as like, I've never known him to be a hateful or harmful person, but that's really in the overlook of all the whole system. That's irrelevant because there's a lot of dangerous people that never had done anything dangerous before, and they'll probably use stuff like that as an excuse. But with him, like I was talking with you earlier, his attorney, there's certain things that he's going to need to concentrate on, and hopefully they got proof of that to be able to show that there was no intent, or whatever. Even though, yes, he's going to have to do that on the appeals, but
Yeah,
at least
that's where he's at. He's
it's
on the appeal right now, but we also have to look at the temperature of the time. This man has been, how do you put it? People made threats against his life. Standing congressmen made threats against his life. When he got people on the roof, he can't. It's hard to see. Like if you were there, I was in Kentucky. You can't see who's on the roof, even when you look through the scope. Okay, that's what you have to do to find, or binoculars. But if you have somebody down looking at you and you've been threatened, your life has been threatened, you go and check to see who's up on the roof, right?
Absolutely.
That's just common sense.
I would agree. Yes. I mean, like I said, I was telling boss I didn't know all the details of it, just bits and pieces. But there's certain. It sucks, and there's going to be a process that he has to go through to be able to get
That's what it
clear.
is. Process.
So it's going to be, but like they always say, I want to say things work out, but no, it don't work out because I know my own situation. It didn't work out. I'm still laughing at what happened with me because it's like, y'all, it's stupid, but it happened. It really did happen. And so, yes, anything is possible, but just keep your prayers and hopefully he's got a very intelligent, trustworthy legal team.
Let me
It's
just give a
Kentucky
shout
we're
out.
talking about.
Let me just shout out everybody who just came in the building real quick. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Terror Destroyer, welcome. Team Angel, how you doing? Welcome in. Nikki New.
Team Angel.
Team Love. We got our brother Job Biggs in the building. What's good, fam?
Shalom. Can y'all hear me all right?
Say that again.
I said, can y'all hear me all right? Shalom.
I can hear you. What's going on, brother?
Hey, I just want to come in and say this about this. It's crazy what they're doing to the man, but it's everything's been unfolding like a motor script. And Jay even told us this before this went down that if he had to, that none of us wouldn't stop. Like he wanted to get the brothers out behind bars too, and he been saying out if they send him to jail. I mean, all you're gonna do with this is keep working, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I came up and said that because it's just like the that I seen. When they put the brother in jail for stepping up for the crowd, the same shit. But they wouldn't give him long trousers. They only gave him short. So he was like, they thinking they're gonna silence me by putting me in jail. But no, I can still fight for my rights, even if it's fighting for long trousers. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like that. even though they locking Jay up, they can't lock the truth up. Because there's people still behind them bars that need to know that truth. And honestly, like Jay said, maybe them brothers behind them bars is gonna make something check because everybody else is just standing around tail behind between their legs. You know what I'm saying? So if it's meant for him to be in there and to teach the brothers and to get the brothers ready behind the bar, the brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? But he just gonna be in touch with the brothers. But if he in that circle, that system, then we gotta get that work. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing like Jay said. We gotta get the brothers behind the bars and in front of the bar. Everybody got it.
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I just want to read a comment that Miss Filia put in here, and this is what I don't understand either. I don't know who picked these jurors, and it's obvious that this was set up this way. You had one black juror, and the rest of them was white. How in Sam Hill did that fucking happen?
That's not a jury of your peers, I'll tell you that.
Both sides get to vote on that, don't they?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But you have to realize we are talking about Louisville, Kentucky, or it's not Louisville. If they want to that on time.
Hey, K-Money, I'm glad you brought that up, K-Money, because I've been hearing a lot more from Louisville. I didn't know that it was that bad. I'm glad you brought that up, K-Money, for real.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm going to show you more tonight, y'all. I mean, the whole state is corrupt, from the PD police to the judges and everybody else. So everything with the cards were stacked.
It's coming out like a roach.
Yeah, it's coming out. Check out Vice. Vice did some wonderful pieces. Huh.
My thoughts is sometimes you got to remember that race may not always make that deciding factor. In other words, like his attorneys may have felt this non-black juror was going to be a more fair, just juror than maybe the black person that they were having to pick between. You know, you don't. That's why I say it's all part of the process, and you're just going to have to hope that his legal team is what he's expecting them to be as well.
Yeah, but it's still not a jury of his peers. This is a black man. At least have, but then again, who's to say that what's in Kentucky?
What was there to pick from?
Exactly. That's the goddamn question right there.
What it is.
That's the goddamn question.
Yeah.
What did they have to pick from? Because
and what was
if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Heather live there?
Heather who? Heather who?
Oh, hell of a chick.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Oh, hell of a chick. I know her.
I think she lives there.
I'm not sure if she lives
Yeah,
there
boss man, the echo's gone. I was hearing it too.
Maybe you'll get lucky. She'll be up there. I'm gonna call her today and find out. Shit.
Well, case is over with now.
But it's the
still
scary
gonna find out. She's been hiding somewhere.
The scary part is that it actually got to this point. I mean, of course, we know he's going to appeal it, but if they were, I just don't feel like those people actually believe that he had any ill will intent when he shined his flashlight up there. Because if they didn't place themselves, everything he's involved in and everything he deal with, being who he is, if they didn't place themselves in his shoes and just imagine somebody being on the fucking roof that could snipe your ass and you wouldn't flash a light just to make sure you safe, come on with the bullshit, bro.
Exactly.
I think they're mad they couldn't get him like Martin Luther King or everybody else. I think they're mad they couldn't get him like that.
Oh, they couldn't. Believe you and me, they couldn't. That security team is on point. Let me tell you by firsthand experience watching these fellas move and sisters move. They couldn't get to him like that. They couldn't take him out.
Let me ask y'all a question, because I was talking to Chloe about this, and I'm just saying hypothetically, do y'all feel like if it was one of his soldiers on the front line that was with him, flashed that light up there at them cops, would they have took them through the same shit?
No.
I don't think so either.
Because
what do you think what they would have done?
It probably would have done shit.
No, their target was Grandmaster Jay.
I understand that, but I was thinking that, like what he brought up, Martin Luther King. In my mind, as much as the government wants to control all the people, they're not prepared right now with the way the government is.
Who? The government? The government? You're saying the government's not prepared?
The government's not prepared to handle a war.
Oh, but
Within if they would have done something like shooting him back. But see, my thing is
Then why are we saying
what'd you say, John?
the government? If the government is unprepared, then why are we as black people saying that we not ready? You heard what the other sister just said. She think that the government is not ready for a war right now at this time because of how they lay it out. Then why everybody keep screaming, oh, we don't have enough black people, we not ready? This is the type of shit Jay be talking about.
Yeah.
Stop saying and screaming that we're not ready and get up off your ass and off your couch and do something about it. Because I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of people that had to sacrifice a lot of shit during that time that they was moving around or we're not doing what now. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they had to sacrifice a lot of shit. People still had jobs, even though, you know what I'm saying, some people wasn't working. People had to sacrifice a lot of shit. It's just a lot of excuses going on that a lot of people got, bro. And I kind of understand what Jay was saying, actually, like where everybody was at. But then again, boss, same thing what you said. Jay is a thinking man. We all thought Jay had this, and we all think Jay got this planned out. Jay has a plan. You know what I'm saying? If A don't work out, B. If B don't work out, we're gonna try to go to C. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to think that Jay had it thought through. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
He's not dumb at all. You know, he has it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
We can't give up on the man so easy, bro. Like,
oh, I ain't
that's
giving up.
crazy,
Ain't
man.
nobody giving up on
Nobody
Jay.
giving up.
The fight.
I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just passionate about it. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm just passionate about it.
like I had mentioned earlier, the government has to realize that locking somebody up with his stature is not, no matter what their reasonings is not going to be in the government's best interest.
They've been doing this for years. It's the
No,
same
but what I'm
playbook.
saying is they thought that was going to be in their best interest to lock up Mr. Larry Hoover, and look what happened. That shit backfired.
True.
Well, they're repeating the same thing.
And that's what I'm saying is
I
that
think it's
Same thing going over and over.
I
they
think
have to realize that what it's going to have, there's a possibility to have the same outcome.
I really feel, and going on what you say the government is not ready for a war. I think they're actually trying to push a race
For
war.
a war. Thank you.
I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that they would push buttons to try to make it look like the other side's fault as to whatever transpires next. But I don't think that they're technically ready to deal with it, especially with all this other man-made virus shit that they got going on and everything else.
Sweetheart, they're shooting people down in the streets in America now. They're ready. Trust me. They've been shooting us down in the streets right now.
Miss Francis, please don't say that. Please don't say that.
What
Please
happened?
don't say that. That's just scary to even read that.
Yeah, be careful. They're going to hit you for hate speech like they did me.
I mean, I don't put shit past the government, but I just pray to God that, his lawyer has his best interest in heart, and they do the appeal and do things right. We all looked at this like, how in the fuck can they convict him?
How did it get this far?
Exactly. How did it get this fucking far?
Don't want it to be rushed either, because you got to remember, and I don't know the rules on this type of crime or charges, whichever way you want to look at it. As far as there's going to be a limited amount of appeals and a limited amount of time to do those appeals. So what I've watched in some cases is how people will rush to do the appeals because, of course, nobody wants to be locked up. It sucks. It really does suck, but at the same time, when you rush and run through all your appeals, you've exhausted all your appeals. And then if something transpires that you can use to actually win an appeal, and you've already exhausted all your appeals, so that's where you have to have that relationship with your legal team to know that you can trust them. That they're like boss said, that they have your best interest at heart, because otherwise, then why do you got them? Get somebody else, whatever.
Again, see, this is what happens in the federal justice system. You need a federal lawyer. That's what he needed to get. So he got the best he could get. But again, we're talking about Louisville, Kentucky. That's a racist state. You know that, right?
Yeah, that's what I was telling Boss this morning.
It's a racist state. So every block is stacked against this brother right now. Everything.
Who this is? Who this is in the
Crazy.
chat? There's the scary thing. Go ahead, Corey.
I was just gonna ask it because, like I said, I'm coming in after the fact.
Okay.
I'm assuming they couldn't have the trial moved or anything either for whatever reason.
They wasn't gonna do that shit.
They wasn't going to do that.
I mean, like I said, I'm not even sure why it was that they were doing the rally protest there. So that's why I said I'm catching up from behind.
They did it because of Breonna Taylor.
Because that's where that took place at. Okay.
Wanted endangerment, which Brent Hankerson.
But her case I was aware of, but let me take that back. I was aware of the details, but I wasn't aware of where it actually took place at.
Oh yeah, it was in Louisville, same place. That's why they were down there protesting and trying to get clarification on what happened. You see, what they didn't do is they didn't charge anybody for her murder, but they charged these policemen for shooting up. And I'm going to show you guys something. The police shot up 2 apartments, not only the white people's apartment, but the black people's apartment too. But you don't hear nothing about the black people's apartment, just the white people's apartment. That's what Brett was charged for. I want to just show you guys that. You know, we try to say it's not a race thing, but it really is, y'all.
Oh, this particular situation has everything to do with race. I mean, you can't run from that in this particular situation.
Yeah, and that's why you have to look at each one individually because it's a shitty world. As I said, stay in the house.
I'm gonna live my life.
That's not even a good thing either because that's where Breonna Taylor got killed.
Yes, exactly. So staying in your house is not safe anymore either.
Damn sure, like she died when she was asleep.
Asleep in the bed, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I literally, before I went live last night, I was teasing B. I says, I need to go get the shovel and just start digging in the backyard, one of these damn shelters. You know, I was making jokes about because of the heat and stuff, but really, I would not be surprised before my time is up on this planet if I don't see more and more families doing such things.
Hold on. Who is this in the chat? Did you say Justice is blind?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Tom
Landry?
Yeah. He just said justice is blind. This justice system had one way thinking. Convict Grandmaster Jay. That was the goal.
Justice can be blind to justice.
There is no justice. There is no justice for us.
Let me ask y'all this question. Let me ask y'all this.
I'm going to go ahead and step down, boss. I'm going to be listening.
All right. Appreciate you for coming, Chloe.
I'm half blind right now. I can't see that. That's why I got up here because I couldn't type.
Let me play this song real quick. I got a question because this is because I know what's going to be said about us. So let me play this song. I'm going to come back with this question.
And new tonight, an armed militia marches outside the suspect's home.
Well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
Yeah, I love y'all.
This is the part where I get to say I told you so. When everybody else said, you know, we were crazy, we was over the top, that we was making stuff up, but a lot of people don't realize that also was the moment that galvanized the start of our movement. It was from Brunswick that the NFAC blew up, and then the next time you saw us was at Stone Mountain. A lot of people act like we popped up at Stone Mountain, we was in Brunswick first. I'm up in the building. It was the Brunswick issue first.
Some of these people be talking, and they ain't really about that action. We faced with a whole bunch of problems, while the blacks wanna add on baggage. It get cold in the world, motherfucker better get your jacket. If I happen to pull out my ratchet, better hope a motherfucker know magic. Body just wrapped in plastic, body just placed in caskets. If you're black, then your life just has it. Why the fuck our life ain't tragic? GMJ taught a nigga not to be so passive, so I won't be a weak little bastard. And the truth, I'ma seek that faster. No fucking around, we have just entered the chapter. We've been lost, not found. Now we got a little bit of backup. back up. You don't wanna see a nigga act up. Hey Jay, tell him where we at, bro.
In the field.
After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race.
I'm up in the field.
It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. This the way we rockin'. Bitches on the poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go. The ball done drop, nigga call them cops. I told you that we call them mops. It's about that time. Stop that line. And we don't really need no clock.
Locked down, under pressure, with the mask on.
But we back now or never. Motherfuckers better get their ass on. Ain't no sad song. And we won't leave the past alone. Cause the past that done made it strong. Cause the mind never made it home. And they wouldn't leave Georgia alone. Don't be playing me wrong. Cause I keep me a chrome. Better move it along. I don't mind at all if you want a brawl. I can make a call to my big dog. I'm telling you, dog, this ain't shit talk. Wanna cross the line, you get picked off. See the man in black, it ain't shit soft. Put the man on mute, but man, we gon' fix y'all. Thought that we would stop, but man, we got pissed off. Days got changed, it's time that we lift off. Low 25 the day that we win, y'all. We don't give a damn about your agenda. We know you got troops, so go ahead and send them. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race.
I'm up in the field.
It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. This the way we rockin'. Bitches on the poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go.
They did what they did to him because they thought they could get away with it because they actually believed. They believe. So when you tell somebody you're racist, you're not just accusing them of something that this is a person who holds a certain frame of mind. They believe they're right. People need to understand that, and this is my approach to systemic racism. That's why it's called systemic. It means that there's a system. It's not just one or two people. Yeah, you got those three people, they got locked up. Okay, fine. But there's a system. In other words, look at the system that had to work for this not to be heard. This was not the first African-American male or female that has been shot, killed because of some racial misperception. We know that. And the rest is history.
We are living history, family. Mm-hmm.
So, my question is, we'll start with ladies first. At this point, we know he's gonna make the appeal. He's gonna do an appeal. Mm-hmm. But what can we do? Because you're gonna hear a lot of people talking a lot of trash. What y'all doing to help? What are you doing? As his supporter or as a member, if you're a member or just a supporter, what can we do at this point? Go ahead, Kay.
Okay. I'm going to tell you. I just sent it to you. You don't see. The only thing
I put it up.
You did? Okay.
I will put it up. My fault.
Okay. So the only thing we can do, because don't forget, we are law-abiding citizens. We're not going to do anything against the law. But the only thing we could do is help this brother fight his appeal, meaning donate. That's the only thing we could do. And spread the word, because I don't think a lot of people know what's happening with this brother and how unjust he's been found guilty of a crime that somebody else that shot up a place, wanton endangerment, got off on. So the only thing we could do, I'm going to say, is donate to his legal appeal. Now that he is incarcerated, he's going to need money for his commissary, money for to call his lawyers for phone calls and stuff. Those are what we're putting out right now as a team of NFAC supporters. That's what we're putting out right now. Okay, we do stand with GMJ, that's no doubt. He was wrongfully convicted of a crime that he did not commit. I don't understand how they found him guilty. But the only thing we could do right now, brothers and sisters, is help donate to his commissary and to put up money for him to make phone calls. Don't forget, they took him straight from court, straight to jail. So, there we go.
There you have it. John, you got anything you want to add to that?
Just stay in the race, man. Like she said, donate to the cause, man. Because as we can see, They gonna run the brother through the ringer and make sure they gonna try everything in the book to try to get the brother, man. And rather that drain his pockets, you know what I'm saying, or just let him sit in there. They gonna try to do that, man. I really don't think that they should have got the brother just for flashing a flashlight. That sounds like a security thing, like a security cop at a mall or something. You know, like that's real. That seemed really ignorant to me. Like I don't see how that even went over in the courtroom. So yeah, keep supporting the cause. You know, donate whatever you can to the man. You know.
Absolutely. I mean, we can go back to the things that Trump was accused of with the women. Brother never did not one fucking day in jail. You know what I'm saying? Harass women, grab on their coochie and all this type of shit. Mm-hmm. I just walk up and kiss them in the mouth. Who can fucking do that? We can't.
No, we can't do anything. We can't jog peacefully. We can't drive in our cars. We can't sleep in our beds without getting shot dead. I just want y'all to know that. It's crazy.
Yeah, most definitely. Y'all make sure y'all keep supporting them. I'm putting these things across the screen. K-Money just sent me this.
Because how easy it is, Jay. It can easily and just as easy be just as one of us. You know, so support the man and don't give up on him. You know, I ain't giving up.
Facts.
I'm standing there.
Absolutely.
What they don't realize is, you know, there's a brother in prison now because of a cop accosting him, and so I don't know what happened, but the cop ended up dead. So there's a brother in prison now. What do you think is going to happen to that brother now that they got Grandmaster Jay for doing nothing? They're giving that brother Ozone the death penalty. You know, his fate is sealed to me. Come on now.
Boss.
What's up?
Real quick, I just thought about this when I got done. Anybody thinking about sending him anything directly? Before y'all do that, I'm going to suggest that y'all ask him what he wants, because if the feds is like the state, it's like a couple times a year they do this whole thing where basically you got to pack up all your property and you got to carry it pretty far, and it's not fun if you got a lot of extra stuff but you don't want to get rid of it type thing. So I wouldn't just start sending him like physical things. Let him tell you what he needs. But other than that, financially, if it's the GoFundMe or whatever, how he has it set up to make sure that his legal needs are taken care of. His calling his lawyer and corresponding with his lawyer will be free, but talking to his family and all that, that's not free.
Okay, can I just elaborate on that? Thank you for saying that, Chloe, because the only thing that is needed, he's currently, can I read this, boss man, if you allow me to?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. He is currently being held until sentencing. That's in August 22nd, okay?
Wow.
Okay. And there is an address. And the only thing you guys need to send him is letters of encouragement, okay? But you can donate towards his commissary. The link is there. The numbers are there. But you can also donate for his ability to place phone calls to his attorneys and his loved ones. Those numbers are there. That's what we're pushing right now. So I'm glad you said that, Chloe. We don't need to send them any gifts or anything. Let him have encouragement, okay? Because the brother's fighting from behind bars now. But you guys have to understand, this brother's been fighting for 2 years right now. You understand? He's been through this fight. He's been out for 2 years. Now they got him locked up. Okay.
All right. What's going on? Nikki News in the building. Want to give an opportunity. How you doing, Professor Cupcake?
Hi, everyone. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You know, I don't think he's done time before. Am I correct about that?
Correct.
You're correct.
Okay. I'm going to tell you what. When somebody has never done time before, doing time is a horrifying experience. It is so psychologically pulverizing. And I started writing letters to political prisoners to free them when I was 12 years old. And so writing prisoners has always been a part of my life. And the appeal process and the legal maneuvering that's required. It's such a stressful experience. So when Kay was saying, to donate to the legal fund, people have the amount of money that they have. Maybe they don't have a lot of money to invest in something like this that is so incredibly expensive. So they're going to do what they can do. But one of the things that if people want to write him, that is so important. Like prisoners, when mail time comes, that is one of the most, that's one of the times when they're hopeful the most. And so what I did when my sweetheart got locked up, I literally went around and bought like 50 cards at the dollar store or anywhere I could find them cheap. And so I had a whole stack waiting to mail out to him like twice a week. Because when people are fighting stuff like this, their spirit just takes such a hit. And the amount of what they're facing is so enormous. And I found that strange things happen for the better of people and when somehow we take care of them.
I understand.
Things can truly happen that you don't expect to happen just by putting that power towards them. So, the most important thing just from a base level economic thing that you can do is just constantly reach out to him because he's been pulled away from the whole life that he knows for so long. And honestly, for me, it's always been therapeutic to write prisoners. Like, it's one of the most meditative things that I can do. And I will send him, this is not like my side of the political domain, but I definitely will send him some mail and let him know that my friends love him and my friends care about him and they'll always be aligned with him. So I'll write him too.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate that totally. But I do want you to realize, family, that he is a political prisoner right now. That's what it is. It was predetermined that they wanted this brother gone. They got him gone now. They do. They have him where they want him. But we're going to get him out. Do you guys realize that this... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Build on that, K Money. I wanted to say, because I know that you made it clear that he is a political prisoner. Now, with that being said, and knowing that, the perimeters and the things that he has to go through, watch what you send to this man and watch how you talk when you send things to this man. Don't incriminate yourself and don't try to incriminate him. So watch that you say and the things that you put, because writing is even worse than a video or anything else, because a handwritten signature is worse than anything. So with that being said, yes, you can send things, you can contact, you can send letters, you can tell them you love them, you can do all that, but watch what you say, because just like phone calls, brothers in jail, they get caught up like that all the time, talking on the phone. So just like phone calls, you stay up off the phone. Don't watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? Try not to hurt this man even more than what he is. So yes, it's okay to notify the man and tell him and let him know that he still has love and that we still out here, but we don't want to hurt his case even more, and we don't want to hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, they got him so easy, it can be us as well. So watch what you say. Not saying don't send nothing, but watch what you send.
Yeah, and you have to know what the actual limits are to what you can send prisoners to. Like in the state of Louisiana and the state system, you can't even send people birthday cards. You can't send them Christmas cards. It has to be just a general card. If it's anything like that, they'll toss it. When I send an actual letter to somebody, I don't even put my physical address on it. I put like the local Myers on it, because I don't want them handing out my address to like another prisoner, because there's shady shit that goes on in these places. And I'll print up like poetry or, you know, I'll just send them something that is, you know, cerebral, something for them to really think about. I'll print up like Wikipedia entries on lost books of the Bible, if that's what they're into. You know, because they have such limited access to material in prison.
Yeah, what I would suggest is simply this. What this brother needs now more than anything is to fight his appeal. And that's by monetary gain. Don't forget, this brother's been house incarcerated for 2 years. So they tried to bankrupt him. It didn't work because we've been supporting him. Now, a lot of people don't have money. For the longest, I couldn't donate, but I'm back donating. If you have $5, $10, $50, $100, whatever you can, will help this brother. I would suggest people to just donate to his causes, his commissary, his phone calls, or his legal defense appeal fund. That's what I would suggest people do.
Yeah, and I know the state-based systems, you know, they have JPay and they have TechLine. I don't write any federal prisoners, so I'm not sure what their communication system is. Actually, I got ready to write one at one point, but
somebody get him out the chat, please.
Who?
He should.
Kelly?
Yeah.
Okay.
The federal system has a like mail system too, and at some point I'm sure they'll link him up with it.
E. Kelly's gone. I can't see her. Oh.
Appreciate it.
Oh, shit. There you go.
See, that's the type of shit I can't deal with right there. Ignorance. If you don't like, stay away. That's all you gotta do. That's all I ask.
That's it.
You don't have to come here. Jeez.
Bagger Yaga got all kinds of names. That's what I'm going to say.
There's a million channels on YouTube. Sometimes we just want to be a nuisance. That's how they entertain themselves. Pretty sad.
Yeah, this whole thing is sad. What's going on is really around this world is really sad. But you guys have to understand something. This brother, Grandmaster Jay, has been anointed. He's built for this. Okay? Mentally, he's strong. And the last thing I'm going to say what he said before he went in and they took him. Just stay strong. That's all he did. Stay strong. That's all we can
what you
do.
just said. Y'all sit tight. I like that, K-Man. Sit tight.
I am. Yeah. I sang and built the last year. Yeah. Put me through the fire, a hurricane, I can stand through the storm. I ain't going nowhere, get used to me. Most fold, they ain't made this strong. Got longevity, I'm built to last. Maybe in a rush, trying to build it fast. Was steady with the process, I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last.
It take a lot to walk in my shoes, and I'm a proud dude. Keep weak niggas round you. You thinking that they proud of you, but secretly they down on you. You thinking that they there for you, cause they hanging around you. Now think about it, where you was when they found you. The same boat that they was in, y'all was drowning. But I was built off a solid foundation. I was college bound, Jason, I found that y'all hating. I think they allergic to my greatness. I think it's sad how many participate. See the haters so blatant, not strong, they won't make it. I got the heart of an ox, I can take it. They can't relate. How I was raised, I can't take a break. And I be catching all that shade, I can even taste it. My time valuable, I can't waste it. I'm built to last, pimping faces.
Put me through the fire, a hurricane, I can stand through the storm. I ain't going nowhere, get used to me. Most fold, they ain't made this strong. Got longevity, I'm built to last. Maybe in a rush, trying to build it fast. Was steady with the process, I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last.
True story. This past year was a test for me. I had a lot of bullshit that was stressing me. For 9 months, I was living in my mama house, sleeping on my mama couch, wondering when I'm about bounce. My oldest daughter made me feel she ain't love me. Relationship had blatantly turned ugly. My old lady plus my other 2 kids all in a sister crib with nowhere to live. How the hell we get to this, I don't know. Mama taking money from me all on the low. It's hard being a man when you're trying to provide, doing all that you can, but the stronger survive. Then I realized I was built for adversity. The real gon' relate, that's why Blake got a verse from me. Soon I got a phone call saying I've been approved. God say, pack your bags, get your family and move.
Ladies and gentlemen, controllers in the building with Body to Beat Global. We are in the building. Got longevity, I'm built to last. I be in a rush trying to build it fast. But steady with the process, I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last.
My journey's been a long ride. All these potholes in the ground, you know I don't lie. You know the pressure that it brings when you're trying to spread your wings, but the weight make you don't fly. I done heard the birds chirping moonlight. I was from the curb in the noon fights. Niggas all broad in the daylight. We ain't bad niggas, we don't sleep right. Wake them up, neutral, they be sleeping on them. Them elevated thoughts that be leaking on them. See them trying to spread it like a vat, so instead of taking that, I can show you how to keep it dormant. I done been in wars with the devil. I can train you, it's nothing for me to help you. And he don't want this foot up in his ass, cause he know I'm built to last. In the past, he just
put me through the fire. A hurricane, I can stand through the storm. I ain't going nowhere, get used to me. Most fold, they ain't made this strong. Got longevity, I'm built to last. I be in a rush trying to build it fast. But steady with the process, I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last. That's why I'm built to last.
Ladies and gentlemen, Body to Beat Global.
Damn right.
Boss man, you're going live tonight at what time?
10 p.m.
Okay, I'm at 8:30, so it doesn't. Okay, good.
Yeah, we got Nick be in the building tonight, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I just felt like this I had to say something. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't gonna just sit around and just not bring light to the situation. Because making assumptions that everybody know about it. Look, our brother John ain't even know about it, which he would eventually found out. But
yeah, and I thank you. I thank you, boss man, for doing everything you have been doing lately. Because I'm kind of silenced right now on my big page. I can't get nothing out. I did a live this morning. I had 3 people in my live. I'm like, oh shit. They don't know where to find me anymore.
He did a lot. He did a lot. Like I said, he did for my city. So I'd be a sucker if I didn't do something. You know, if whatever I could do, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying?
But you already know. You already know how you feel about you, boss man. He really appreciates you. I know. I was on that phone call.
yeah. And we had that talk. I remember what he said, and I didn't want to hear it because when he said it was like, we gonna do some things, but you know, I may get locked up. I ain't trying to hear that, homie.
I wasn't trying to hear it either. It's
you know
like
what I'm
he
saying?
had foresight.
But I had to respect it because he had to prepare for the worst. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a possibility. Right. We just didn't know it was gonna fucking happen.
No, I just didn't believe it would happen. He knew it. The brother even had his dog sent away, okay, because he knew what was going to happen. Because they had it lined against him. They targeted him. And, you know, usually what the government wants, the government does get.
And that's what makes it so scary. Is like of course we don't have the power. The only thing we can do is help be a second voice or a voice for him, period, while he's behind those bars. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just got to keep his name alive, man.
It's like we as the people are supposed to have the power, but that's not, if you guys notice, that's not what it's been. Our voices aren't heard. Boy, oh boy. If you can see what's happening in my neck of the woods right now, boss man, I have no more English. I'm going to have to leave my province right now. Wow. English is gone. I can't even speak English in my workplace. Wow. It's time for me to get up out of here. because they passed the Bill 96. These French people, and there's nothing wrong with French people. It's the government. They want everything French, so everything's French. Even when you go to the doctor, they got to speak to you in French. In your workplace, you cannot speak English. I'm telling you, we don't have any rights. Our freedoms are gone.
Are you in Montreal?
I'm in Montreal, Quebec. Yes, I am, sister.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You see
Yeah, they do.
here, right?
They have like preservationist centered politicians and everything like that up there. It's really intense.
It's intense to the point where I'm just leaving. I was waiting for this nation to go to, but listen, I'm going to have to go over to Ontario. But it's sad because I have a career here. But now it's harder for my boss to keep us English-speaking workers, you know, which is crazy.
Let me ask y'all this, and I don't know how true it is, but you know, I was talking to one of my BSM brothers, and he said he read somewhere where they're trying to pass a law where if you are wrongly convicted, if they do find out you was wrongly convicted, you cannot sue. And then it was something about even if you're wrongly convicted and you were sentenced to life,
you can't get out.
You still can't get out. What kind of fucking shit is that?
We have no freedom anymore, and if they're wrong, they're just wrong, and you just stay in jail and rot. I heard that too, boss.
Well, I posted something about that on Facebook the other day. You know, when people are wrongly convicted and then they're exonerated, and you see these articles about how someone's going to get $4 million because they were locked up. The only reason why they're able to recover any damages for their unjust incarceration is because of state laws. So every state has a different way of dealing with the unjustly incarcerated and whether they can recover any damages. So the case that I posted was a man who was in Illinois, and Illinois has laws on the books that allow them to recover, but there are some states where you cannot recover anything at all. And in the southern states, they have very low limits for what you're able to request from the state for unlawful convictions. And really, if you think about prosecutorial numbers, everybody really understands in the legal profession that it's a game, that as a prosecutor you have to keep your numbers very, very high. One of the situations that we have in Michigan is that in 2012 the Supreme Court overruled the ability for states to sentence juveniles to life without prison, and that was overturned. And so all throughout the nation, people who had JWLOP sentences, which is a juvenile who's sentenced to lifetime imprisonment, they have been setting them free. Now in Michigan, the person who's writing an afterword to my book is somebody that brought a class action case in Michigan because Michigan was just not taking care of resentencing these people. And this is a model prisoner who was locked up at age 15. And he was just resentenced. And even though he was a model prisoner, the judge ruled that he still has to be kept on that life without imprisonment sentence as a retaliation for him being the primary activist in Michigan in the justice system for trying to help get these people free, including himself. So what goes on in the American justice system it's unconscionable. It really is. It's absolute political oppression.
So what I'm hearing is now that they see a lot of people have been released lately for being unjustly incarcerated and getting paid for it. So now they're going to stop that. And the people that are unjustly incarcerated just got to sit there and rot in jail?
It has to be a trade-off. It has to be a trade-off. Like, if you're going to wrongly convict someone and you're not going to pay, for doing so, then whoever wrongly convict them need to go do some fucking time, one way or the other.
Right.
You're not going to just say, we're gonna wrongly, because you got to think about it. They take that in consideration. If they wrongly convict you, then they can hit our pockets. Now they don't. You have no consequences for doing so. So it's like you are at the mercy of the fucking government now, because if they wrongly convict you, it's like, oh well, I'm gonna sit your ass in there. Nah, man, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, man.
It is bullshit. Because look how many people they have released in the past year because they have proof that they didn't do the crime. But you know what I see, when I'm looking at American prison system, it's all a plan. It's big business. It's big business. My gosh, it's terrible.
Oh, don't get me started on that subject. Oh my God. Oh Lord, the shit that I know is absolutely fucking horrifying. Yes, I've been studying that for like 15 years. Oh my God. Yeah. And you know, the ability to get legal assistance if you are wrongly incarcerated is such a high bar to clear, and there are so few lawyers committed to being able to do that work. You know, organizations like the Innocence Project, they're just inundated with cases. So the ones that we see who do get free, the amount of legal work that has had to be done to get them out is astronomically expensive, but they do it for pro bono. But there's just not enough of that. There's not.
There's too many people that are in there falsely. And the Innocent Projects, my hat's off to them. They've freed a lot of people, man.
Yes, they have. And, you know, fighting a federal case is just, there's very little likelihood that you're going to beat a federal case. Whether or not it's a RICO or not, it's just, the federal government is just rock solid. So it's very unlikely to beat them.
RICO cases, you do notice that they're trying to charge everybody with RICO now? Do you see the difference? I'm seeing it. They're charging everybody with RICO. It's crazy.
Yeah, and RICO has been around for a very long time, and at one point they were using RICO to try and fight Klan activity. You know, but there's not so much of that being done now.
Yeah, because the Klan is put in place, honey. Sorry, I'm going to say that.
It's like they just trying to take all our rights away slowly, man.
But you see what's happening in my city. We don't have any rights. Conform or get the fuck out. I'm gone. See you later.
Well, good luck finding the place that you want to go to. I hope that works out well for you.
Yeah, it's just Ontario. Ontario's not too far. Ontario's still English. You see what Quebec doesn't realize is they're so tiny. It's just, but it's beautiful here in my city. I love my city. I'm not gonna lie. I hate the government.
I've been there. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and the people are beautiful. French people are beautiful, but when they try to force feed you something, that's when you rebel against it. I mean, the language of French is beautiful, but you're trying to take away my English language? Come on, crazy.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to step down now and try and get some rest for my live tonight.
All right,
Thank you so much, Boss Man, for doing this. I appreciate you. And I'm sure Grandmaster Jay appreciates this, okay?
No doubt.
Nice to see you, Professor, sister.
Yes.
Chloe,
enjoy your weekend.
Oh, yeah. I shall try. Bye. Shalom, everybody. I'm out. Shalom.
Nosy Bug, I'm reading your comment, and that's the first thing I said when I came on this live is I don't want to react off of emotions, because that's definitely the wrong way to go about this situation. But thinking logically and lacking power, I mean, what can we do? Only thing we can do is, like K Money said, show them love, send them letters. Because right now he's probably down, but at the same time he's still a thinking man. But when you have the smarts that GMJ have, look what happened. This man tried to do everything by the book, and he did a damn good job. And I ain't gonna say they caught him doing wrong, because like I said, if you were getting threats and you at a rally and you got, other militias that's, you know, a part of the other race that's there, and you catch movement or catch wind that there's somebody on a building, what would you do? You feel what I'm saying? I don't think what he did was malicious at all. Matter of fact, we know it wasn't. They knew it wasn't because he had a conversation with the same cops that was up there after it happened. If it was such a big deal when it happened, they would have killed that man. That lets you know the power that anybody lack, to be honest with you, not even black people. You can't beat the government. If they want something done, they gonna get it done. You know what I'm saying? You can challenge them all you want to. It's almost like the conversation we had about what are we gonna do to stop these mass shootings. It's nothing you can do. You can stricken the gun laws all you want to. All they gonna do is go to the streets and get these guns. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody in here to feel hopeless. That's not what I'm trying to do. Let's get that straight right now. But what the fuck do we do at this point? That's my fucking question.
We live on alert. We live on alert. It was like I had to go to the Social Security Administration to get some paperwork the day after the shooting in Texas. And it's like I walked into the Social Security Administration, sat down in a chair, and like I mentally thought to myself, I hope nobody comes in here and starts shooting. You know what I mean? And it's like there's no way to really there's no way to assess an enemy that you don't even know of, especially
exactly.
when there's some 18-year-old kid who's got some beef about something that has infiltrated his brain off these crazy caves that they hang out on the internet. Like that kid up in Buffalo wrote like a 180-page manifesto because he's hanging out in these internet 4chan Reddit caves of insanity, and you don't even know that kid is living next door to you. You don't know what these people are going to plan. We have to be prayed up, and we have to care about one another.
At the end of the day, what you said it should be the first thing that we do is stay prayed up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you got to know the word. You know, God. I feel like the word was right. We're placed here to see if we can govern ourselves. It's not gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? It says He's leaving people in place to govern us, but they should follow the guidelines, the same guidelines that God set before us. But that is not happening. We see that. It's something about power that people just get so hungry for. They don't give a damn who guidelines was put in place. They're going to do it their way because people are so power hungry in this world.
And when you become a politician or when you do any number of jobs in that realm, your obligation is to be a public servant. But these people are not public servants. I mean, our congressmen and women are on the take every single day. They're not public servants at all. They don't even think that way.
What you mean, Miss? I don't know if I might have caught this comment. You said it really has nothing to do with that. I done said so much I don't know what thing I said that you're referring to. Let me read some of these comments because I don't want to miss them. What's going on, Miss Sean Carter? Jabig said, I honestly think that's why they don't want Jay out free with all this going on. Absolutely, because you know what would be happening if he was free and unsilenced. They know what would be happening. You right about that, homie. No doubt about it. Let's see. B-Love says that's the mistake. Thinking black folks have a spoken person. We are individuals. Yeah, strap up. You better strap up. That's all I can say. What's going on, Melanated Agenda? I'll play a song real
Melanated. I love you, Melanated.
I'm gonna play a song. We're gonna come back and get ready and wrap things up. I ain't gonna be here long, but Check this out.
Is Body the Big Global, baby.
John Diamond made the beat and I'm gon' kill him.
I say the blacker the nigga, the deeper the roots. They try to silence me, pimpin', cause I'm speaking the truth. You know that life is really hard as a black man. Regardless, we feeling scarred for being that man. To put it on wax, gotta understand that. And that's a fact, don't try to act like it's the black man. How they got vax, trying to kill us on the back. Try to send a nigga pack, really think a nigga lacking. But yet they still act, try to treat us like we bag. It's a whole bunch of madmen, they practicing these hacks. Why don't we smash on these bad? Same way they try to trap, murder all the kidnap, glorify the good rappers.
Don't cry, I hope you got your head up. When the road is hard, never give up. Don't cry, I hope you got your head up. Even when the road is hard, never give up. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Got your head up, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I hope you got your head up.
Strong black men, put your fist up and keep your
head up.
Queens holding down their kings, keep stepping and keep your
head up.
To all of the niggas that doing the bid, that's up in the pen.
Got your head up.
I told my mama,
don't cry.
Wipe the tears from your eyes and keep
your head up.
The blacker the berry, the blacker the nigga. They look at our figure, they look at our faces. These bitches scary, they scared of us. We ain't terrorists. Y'all made us armed and dangerous. They mad at us, matter of fact, mad as fuck. Everything surrounding us, cause we can multiply, not divide it up, subtract and plus. We never had shit, so when we get it, man, we acting up. If it's one thing that we believe in this guy we trustin' and got our bust hit him with the stick like a puck. I'm a mighty.
Don't cry, I hope you got your head up. When the road is hard, never give up. Don't cry, I hope you got your head up. Even when the road is hard, never give up. Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. Got your head up, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. I hope you got your head up, head up. I hope you got your head up, got your head up. I hope you got your head up, got your head up. I hope you got your head up, got your head up. Don't cry, baby, don't cry. You got to keep your head up, keep your head up, keep your head up, keep your head up, head up.
Horrible day, but we definitely got to keep our head up and keep fighting for the good fight, man. Stay prayed up.
Yeah, and remember that we're part of really beautiful, peaceful, cooperative circles on this internet. We're rotating around each other, and we're finding each other, and we're helping each other, and we're building each other up. And whenever you want to do something positive in this world, you need the reinforcement of people who either are going to do that with you, like you and Kay, everybody bouncing back, or Grandmaster Jay, but we're not ineffective people. We're only capable of what we're capable of, but we're powerful, and we can direct that to places where it will make a difference. We can't tackle everything, but we are capable of many things, and we're going to do those things.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is not time to fold. This is not the time to fold. You know what I'm saying? We got to go even harder. We got to go harder like he's still out there fighting, which he is.
Yeah, so we can't. As long as we're alive, we can't fold.
You can't fold. Absolutely. So, you know, I'm flashing this information across the screen. If you want to, you know, continue to support GMJ as things got a little tough on him, and all of us, you know what I'm saying, reach out, you know, still support the GoFundMe. All of this information here. It's really disappointing and discouraging, but this is nothing new to us. I came on saying I'm disgusted, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by a long shot. I mean, I just didn't think they had nothing on him for them to lock this man up, and they still did it.
Well, I'll be
Shit
honest,
sucks.
this is exactly what I expected to happen.
Yeah, and that just lets you know where you cannot depend on the people that's supposed to. I ain't gonna say protect and service, because hell, the police don't even do that shit. But we still gonna rock with you, bro. You know, we got your back, and whatever we can do, I'm here.
And on behalf of all of you all, I'll send him some keep your head up mail.
Appreciate you, Calvin. The call you came on. Appreciate you, Nikki. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up. I'm gonna play Watch Us Win, because I got Sean Carter in the building, say she want to hear it, so that's what I'm gonna play. But I appreciate you, Professor Cupcake.
Thank you. I hope everyone has a great weekend.
Absolutely. You too.
You too, boss. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let me find Watch Us Win. There we go.
See if you hear what's really the purpose. Cause life without meaning is a life in a circus, stuck in a furnace burning. Living in past tense from an L taken. Frail shaken up by the loss to excel hell. I just wish him well. But in the meantime, watch us win. Toast to another win. Cheers, we here, let's do it again.
This is a beneficial production.
We done took L after L. Now it's hard to look in the mirror and face yourself. Yeah, but a win's on the way. But we still gotta fight at the end of the day. Yeah, see the process is progress, and the bullshit we facing is nonsense. Now they say the other race is dominant. Too many broken promises, it's getting common here. Now they got niggas living in fear, and that's a problem. Cause we should be living like them. Like any sport, all we do is win. Then let's do it then, we can't be no foolish men. They say we just a bunch of hooligans. To tell the truth, we some kings, we gon' rule again. Whatever it's gon' take, we gotta do again. We never been no losers, man, so watch us win. Hey man, I'm trying to tell you, man, it's about time for a W. It's on the way, man. Just keep faith. We gotta keep fighting, man, for what we believe in, and that's freedom, you dig? All the racial injustice, all that bullshit we dealing with, it must cease. And if you got kids, man, we gotta fight for their future. Let's go.
Yeah. Throughout the bull, we gotta pull through. Nothing as simple as 2 + 2 when the obstacles hit you and you en route to victory laps. Cause nothing happens overnight. I learned the lesson once I focus sight. That's alright, right. I came close to a win and I fell short. The congrats are bigger than the support, and that's the way it go. What else? I felt the win was within reach, never could see, so we only increase. Gotta get my piece of the pie. Gotta hit the streets and I ride. It's not a game. Look here, I ain't playing, never was. Once I leveled up, I seen things on a whole different axis. Picture me rolling, feeling fantastic. Salute the tactics, stayed on this journey even after the dub. Do it for those looking down from above. I got you, it's all love. Yeah, watch us win, it's all love. That's another dub. What? Let's go.
Y'all gon' watch us win, baby. You ain't got no choice. YJ, let's go. Yeah. Ain't no more looking down on us, my nigga. Just look the other way. Matter of fact, just watch us win. It's a wrap.
Body to beat global. And we ain't playing with you.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in this morning. You know what we gotta do. The fight don't end. It's not over. Free GMJ. I'm gonna keep screaming that shit until we make this thing happen, man. Point blank period. I see y'all tonight. Grown Folk Talk. We got Miss Nikki B in the building. Until then, y'all stay safe, stay vigilant. Love your kids, hug your kids. I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Gone.
And new tonight, an armed militia marches outside the suspect's home.
Well protected, well protected.
You don't win wars by marching and protesting. You win wars by fighting back.
Yeah, I love y'all.
This is the part where I get to say I told you so. When everybody else said, we were crazy, we was over the top, that we was making stuff up, Brunswick. But a lot of people don't realize that also was the moment that galvanized the start of our movement. It was from Brunswick that the NFAC blew up, and then the next time you saw us was at Stone Mountain. A lot of people act like we popped up at Stone Mountain and we was in Brunswick first. I'm up in the building. It was the Brunswick issue first.
Some of these people be talking, and they ain't really about that action. We faced with a whole bunch of problems, while the blacks wanna add on baggage. It get cold in the world, motherfucker better get your jacket. If I happen to pull out my ratchet, better hope a motherfucker know magic. Body just wrapped in plastic, body just placed in caskets. If you're black, then your life just has it. Why the fuck our life ain't tragic? GMJ taught a nigga not to be so passive, so I won't be a weak little bastard. And the truth, I'ma seek that faster. No fucking around, we have just entered the chapter. We've been lost, not found. Now we got a little bit of backup, cause we coming with numbers and my people starting to stack up. You don't wanna see a nigga act up. AJ, tell them where we at, bro. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. You gon' win this race. It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. This the way we rockin'. Bitches on the poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go. The ball done dropped, nigga call them cops. I told you that we called them mops. It's about that time, stop that line. And we don't really need no clock.
Locked down, under pressure, with the mask on.
But we back now or never. Motherfuckers better get the ass on. Ain't no sad song. And we won't leave the past alone. Cause the past that made it strong. Cause the mind never made it home. And they wouldn't leave George alone. Don't be playing me wrong, cause I keep me a grown. Better move it along. I don't mind at all if you want a brawl. I can make a call to my big dog. I'm telling you, dog, this ain't shit talk. Wanna cross the line, you get picked off. See the man in black, it ain't shit soft. Put the man on mute, but man, we gon' fix y'all. Thought that we would stop, but man, we got pissed off. Days got changed, it's time that we lift off. Low 25 the day that we win, y'all. We don't give a damn about your agenda. We know you got troops, so go ahead and send them. After the rain, we gotta change. We cannot do it the same. Better say his name, GMJ. But you gon' win this race. It'll be a whole brand new day. Goddamn it, we gon' win this case. Give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, 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 GMJ. We don't give a damn what your people say. Everybody yelling out GMJ, GMJ. And this the way we rockin'. Bitches only poppin'. We will not let you stop it. Let's go.
They did what they did to him because they thought they could get away with it because they actually believed. They believe. See, when you tell somebody you're racist, you're not just accusing them of something that this is a person who holds a certain frame of mind. They believe they're right. People need to understand that, and this is my approach to systemic racism. That's why it's called systemic. It means that there's a system. It's not just one or two people. Yeah, you got those three people, and they got locked up. Okay, fine. But there's a system. In other words, look at the system that had to work for this not to be heard. This was not the first African-American male or female that has been shot, killed because of some racial misperception. We know that. And the rest is history.